just feels different when you can track it. I am way overdue with my reading journal, so I can't wait to start and set it up. Let's go ahead and do that. For this reading journal, I've ordered a notebook from Notebook Therapy, and I initially thought I'm ordering a B6, but it came out as B5. Whoops. I thought it'd be cute to have a little notebook, but in retrospect, I'm quite happy with this. It was easier to fit various trackers in that. It is quite large though. For this setup, I'm using a book baked sticker book from Live Love Posh. I thought I'll change stickers up, but it turned out I had more than enough to keep this as a consistent theme. I thought they're so nice. I do like a good pink and green combo. I wasn't sure what to do with this first page, so decided just to fill it with stickers to create a lovely little board, a mood board of reading. Beautiful. I don't love lettering my name on these pages as my lettering is not the best, so thought this might be a good alternative. I put book lover from the quote as well, and it worked out really well. It broke up the monotony of green and pink. The next page I could have just glued together, but I thought this could be a good place for my shelf. They have these empty shelf stickers in that sticker book as well, and I counted how many books they were in one and just used 3 of these. I'm aiming for 50 books this year, but I'm 2 ahead of schedule, so thought I'll just add a couple more. Very handy with these quotes as well, just put reading tracker and some accents, and I think it turned out quite well. I might color in the plants and shelves as well, but I'm not quite sure yet. It feels like a lot of pressure. Can't erase the color. That's how my funny mind works. Overthinking. Next page, of course, is my Goodreads tracker. Just have to have a place to keep track of all these books and count them. I drew little squares. I thought it'd be easier to do without the ruler, but actually made a huge difference in time and aesthetics to just get one out. I usually just use one of these dividers for a ruler, don't actually have an actual ruler. I added a few more extra books just in case I read more. They just have to be documented here, don't they? I thought I'll color each one in accordance to the genre, and I put all my favorite genres down. That's self-development, history, biography, health and fitness, other non-fiction, and for fiction I just put thriller, popular romance as in Colleen Hoover, and other fiction. I'll try and find the colors that match the Live Love Posh stickers, just sprinkle them around as well. I love that it's all the same aesthetic for all these challenges. Next one I'm making is an A to Z challenge, which is just a bit of fun really. It does bring me great joy to see if my book qualifies for an entry there. I'm still a bit undecided, should I omit the from the title altogether? Seems a bit like cheating, but I usually don't count those articles, but it would make a bit easier for sure. Can only use one book with an article in the title. That seems fair, huh? I think this turned out pretty well. Minimal decoration and all set up for tracking the books. I've never actually actively seeked out a book like that just to fill in my challenge, but I might this year now that I'm taking it extra seriously. I've been pondering how I wanted to keep track of all the books I've read in one place and thought this could be a good way to do that. I would just usually make a list, but this time I wanted to include the covers and the books as well. I've ordered these star rating stickers off Etsy and thought they'd work perfect here. Everything else is just measuring the distances and whatnot and just putting little brackets for my book covers. I first thought I'll include the cover and full order and title here, but then thought it might be a bit repetitive with the actual journal entries, so decided to scratch that and just fill these pages with these places to stick my covers on and the star ratings below. I made a total of 4 pages like that and left a few more slots again if I happen to read more this year. I'm really rediscovering my love for reading, so I thought it's definitely possible. Another couple of pages I'm adding are dedicated to my to-be-read aspirations. I wanted a page to keep track of all the books of my 2 favorite authors, Ken Follett and Freida McFadden. I just love their books, so good. Freida has been popping out books quite frequently now, which I'm loving, so definitely will be nice to note down their release dates and that as well. The new Housemaid is coming out, woo! I tend to read the same authors for fiction, but I'm always looking for recs for some of the new ones. I've read some of the Colleen Hoover books as well, but the latest one was a bit disappointing, the latest one I read. While on the subject, I also decided to make another shelf for to-be-read books, just for the sole reason that I love how these shelves look, so nice. I had plenty of these stickers left as well. For this one, I'll note down all of the books I have in my shelf and then we'll get to cross them off once I finish them. It's much more satisfying to cross something off. Might add my Audible books here too, as I order a few more than one at a time. Sometimes just not feeling in the mood to listen to one, but there's a sale or whatever, heard about one. You know how it goes. Finally, something I was super inspired to add was this book bracket to pick out my favorite books. You just note one of your favorite books each month and then pick a favorite out of the couple of those and then a favorite out of those, and by the end of the year you get to come up with a conclusion of what's the best book amongst these ones. I think it's a fair system, and it helps to force you to choose one best book from each month and go from there, no matter how many of the actual good books you've read that month. I'm once again just drawing out little frames and going from there. I struggled to decorate this in the same manner as the other ones, but added a couple of the bigger stickers and a couple of quotes, and I thought it turned out quite well in the end. So excited to pick out my favorite books. I wanted to add some sort of a bingo here as well, but thought it might be too much and I might be biased almost half a year in, so I thought best I'll add some challenges from the Bookstagram if I manage to find some later on. I love that I could just use the same kind of stickers throughout as well. It turned out very cohesive and it's just enough bits to fill after each book. Very exciting to get started with this now. Do you keep a reading journal? Give me all the recs in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, you might also want to check this one out. That's my previous reading journal setup. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in my next craft session.